Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Always Working on Something. We all know that's the truth, don't we? Always working on something. I got my big truck. I replaced a fuel pump in it here a while back. I think I might have a faulty fuel pump. Ever since I put it in, I've been getting issues with low fuel pressure and not pumping enough fuel up to the fuel filter itself. So I'm going to attempt to take all this down, take this fuel pump out, take the shaft out of the pump, and put the new shaft or the newer shaft into my old pump. Because the way this thing works is it's got a shaft on the end of it with a square, like rectangle, and it fits into an accessory drive, a gear drive, so it goes into the back of it. And if it's not completely square, you'll start losing some fuel pressure. And mine that come out of it was completely wore. I'll show it to you in a little bit if I remember, but I got to get my truck going because I got to go to work. So I'm gonna start taking all this apart, and maybe it can show somebody that needs this type of fuel pump replaced on a Volvo D12. I think it's a D12C engine, 2004 Volvo. But here we go. I'll quit talking, that way we can start learning. I'm gonna try to prop up here to where I can let you see what I'm doing. We're just gonna take the belt loose first. Just on this compressor. It's an accessory. I don't think. Well, we might be able to get it. Oh yeah, there we go. Get it hung up and everything here. Alrighty. The tensioner pulley here has got a hole for a half-inch socket, ratchet, pull bar, whatever. I'm just using a pull bar. Loosen it up, slip the belt off the alternator because we got to take the alternator and the compressor off to be able to get back here to this. Clip all these lines. I'm just going to be rambling on while we're doing this, trying to tell you what we got going on here. I can leave that plugged in, I'm pretty sure, because this thing here is just going to drop down out of the way here. Let's see, make sure I'm showing y'all what I'm doing. Might be a little crooked, but we're going to be able to show you what we're doing here. I think these bolts here in this compressor is a 12. Yep. Just drop right down out of the way. You gotta keep up with your bolts so you don't lose them. Be in trouble if you lose those. Make sure I got the power off to the truck. Yeah, you want to make sure you got the power off because you got all kinds of wires and stuff in here that can be hitting and causing issues. So I'm gonna move this over a little bit. You gotta be careful with these things because they will definitely arc, and you could bend these lines. That's your lines for your AC compressor and all. You don't want to bend those or mess those up. Alright, we got to get this pulley here off. I think that's a 14. Yeah. It's just a little piece of PVC pipe. that I cut and made me a little cheater bar with. You don't want to put too much pressure on it, but you can use it to get a little bit, because that PVC ain't super strong, it'll pop. Alright, we're coming up in here. Let's see that or not. We're taking off this tensioner pulley right here. Bolts right up here. Might not be able to see anything, but I'll put it right there where you can make it see. One more back here, I think. She is tight. I had to get us well. There we go. Who's that? Got the family coming out here seeing me now. Alright, keep on turning. These brackets off here. I think that's 14s as well. I think one of them's different. 14, yeah. I think the nut's different. Hey, buddy. I'm making a video. Man, she's tight. They're tight. Oh, that's a bigger bolt back there in the back. Can't remember what size that is. 17 looks like. Yep, 17. So you got a 14 millimeter on these, and back here, let's see if I can highlight this. Back here, right there, 17 millimeter. That's alternator bolts. And this one's got like a little keeper nut on the back of it that you got to hold and make sure that it don't fall, because that's what helps you tighten it up. I'll show you when I get it out. Get it deep. And I am using my Tecton tools that I've been very happy with. I ain't had no trouble out of anything. I mean, you wouldn't expect to have any trouble out of a socket and a ratchet right off the rip, but sometimes you do get some shoddy stuff, you know. Got to reach in behind the alternator back here, and you'll feel the little keeper. Just hold on to it. Spin it off. Spin this big old long bolt out. Hold on to that little keeper if you can. 'Cause if you lose it, you may. Oh, I almost lost it. This is what's on the back of it. This goes to it binds on the bracket back there and allows you to tighten the bolt up. So here's our big bolt. I always put everything back together, that way I know what goes where. So now we can take these off. And there, I put anti-seize on a lot of these before I put them back together last time, so a bunch of them should be fairly decent to take off. I'm trying my best to do good on these videos for y'all. Sometimes it's harder than it looks. I guess some people do really good at this. You don't even have to take this bolt out, just loosen it off there. Alright, now try and work this alternator out. Can't even see anything, can you? Hey, buddy. Can you what, buddy?
Wash your lights of your truck.
Not right now, okay?
I can. Look, I got the what?
Yeah, I guess you can. Just don't scratch them up real bad, okay? Boy, there we go. Alright. This is going to have to come out. And kind of sit down here. Right where you are. Like that. Where we can get in here and try to get to this pump. Right here. This is our pump. And it is aggravating to get to now. I ain't lying. It is aggravating. But I think we'll be alright. We just gotta take our time and we should be good. There's I think a 14mm bolt here, here, one down here, and there's a 12mm in the back behind them fuel lines. So what we'll try to do first is take the fuel lines loose. The fuel line here, there's one on the back side. You got to get down in there to it. It's not easy. I promise it is not easy. But it's not terrible either. So let's see what we got here. See if I can get this loose. Put it right there. Try to hold it. There, it bumped loose. And keep it on the pump. Alright. That line just come loose. I guess you need to watch out for pressure and stuff. I mean, probably is some pressure on these lines, but being I'm losing fuel pressure, I don't know for sure if there is pressure on it or not. But that one's coming loose. Let me get my hand in the way here, but taking this line right here loose, the back line out of the pump. The difficult part is not having a lot of room, because I could be taking off a bunch of this stuff, but I don't want to. I want to try to leave everything on here that I can. And that way I won't have so much stuff to put back together. I feel like getting a little tight for some reason there. I was going up against that sheath, that's why. Sorry about my sniffing, y'all. It's cold. I did run the engine earlier, so it is a little bit cool. I mean, a little bit warm. Okay, let's see. Here. Alright, mine should be loose. Yep. One line loose. Ease it out of there without messing anything up. You got seals on the end here that you need to be careful for on the ends of these fuel lines, and try not to get them dirty if you can help it. I try to move mine back out of the way a little bit. All right. Now for the harder one, back here on the back side. I know I'm in your way. Give me just a second. There, I felt it crack. We should be loose now. You have to flip and spin your wrench and all sorts of stuff to be able to make it go. But see, we in here going after that top fuel line right there. Keep flipping and spinning your wrench. Trying to film and do this at the same time, so it's not working out too well. Oh, it's loose, so I ought to be able to get hold to it. Now, with my fingers, spin it on off, I hope. This one is the most difficult to get back on. It's pretty tough. Because you gotta line everything up pretty good, or it's going to cross thread or something like that. And Lord, you don't want nothing like that with this at all. And these are 3/4 inch fuel lines. There we go, just pop up. Thank Lord. Alrighty. There's our other fuel line there. So I try to move them out of the way where they won't be in my way. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. All right, we got a 12mm bolt. Let's see what I'm doing here. Got a 12mm bolt right here on the back side. See my finger moving right there? There's a 12mm bolt right there we got to get out. That's going to be the hardest one. Last time. Yeah. Okay. see if I can do this without ripping my hand open here. Nope. Need to hold up against it. There we go. Feel that break loose. Okay. And that fuel line come back to haunt us, but maybe it'll stay out of the way. Really need to put some cat plugs on it where I don't get trash down in the fuel lines, but that is not what we want to do. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see, I need to put some or clean this off because I already got some dirt and junk right here in the inlet. You do not want to get a whole bunch of trash in this thing, because I tell you what, you are asking for trouble then. Alright. Let's see if this will go over it. Maybe a little bit, but not too well. Kind of moving out of the way there, that'll be good. Okay. I tell you, these GoPro batteries don't last long. We've been recording for about 40 minutes and it's almost dead, which I guess ain't too bad. Can't complain. Alright. 12mm bolt right out of the back. Right there. Sit it up top. Rest of them I think are 14s. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Man, they're tight. I got them tight last time because I didn't want them coming out, so next one up. And then I think the final one here, I think it's only got 4 or 3 14mm, I think, if I remember right. Alright, they're all loose. Start from the bottom, spin them out. That way the top ones will hold it. And I don't have to sit here and jiggle the pump around until I get to the top. Matter of fact, I think I'll probably make this one my last one. I'll go ahead and get this one out. That way that other one will hold it. A shorty. Shorty goes in the top. And here's my last one here. Through here. And we should be able to pull the pump off after this. Oh, don't drop it. Shorty. So the bottom one's a long, the 2 top ones is a shorty. Alrighty. Out comes the pump. Nice and easy. I have to maneuver it around Find your best area to get it out. That's what I'm doing. All right. This is your pump. See this shaft? The shaft, see how it wears on one end? Does the exact same thing on the other side. That's where it goes into the accessory drive, and it wears. I'll show you my other one in a minute. I want to kind of check this thing out a little bit and see what we got going on. I don't know that there's anything wrong at all. Anyway, I'm going to take this shaft out of this one, I believe, and put it in my other one that I took off of here, because I think that housing and all is in better shape than this one. And here's our gasket, and I might need to go get a new gasket for it. The gasket, there's a little bit of messed up areas on there. All right, let me get us reset up in the shop, and we'll go from there.